¿Qué día es hoy?
Twin day.
Twin day. Well, this week is Spirit Week, so for Dr. Seuss's birthday. And today is Twin day, and tomorrow is what?
Tomorrow's wear your favorite hat.
And it's about 6:15 in the morning right now. I got my hair done. I'm almost ready. I'm gonna bathe Aria really quick, get her dressed, and I'll wake up Audrey, get her dressed, and then we'll head out to daycare.
Mama.
Heading out. Everybody has snacks. Aria has all her presents. Show the presents. Wow, for Dr. Seuss' birthday. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, so you just saw really quick a few clips of our morning. This week is Dr. Seuss's birthday, so the whole week is Spirit Week, and every day there's a new kind of day of festivities that they're doing. Today was Twin Day, as Aria mentioned, and tomorrow is Crazy Hat Day, so I bought her a big Cat in the Hat hat. And today is a very busy day. I actually woke up at 3 in the morning to do some work. I'm not tired actually, and it's about 7:51. I am about to get down and go to work. I have a meeting in about an hour, and then at about 2:30 p.m. I have to go to the airport because I'm going to Nashville for work, and then I'll be there for a meeting on Friday, and I'm gonna try to meet with somebody else today depending on the time I get there, because my flight is around 4 p.m. I believe. So it's gonna be a crazy long day, but the good thing is that I don't necessarily have anything tonight, so once I get there I can just relax at the hotel. That's another thing. The hotel that I'm going to work at, one of the hotels, and that one is sold out. So I normally stay in the same hotel, and I can't because it's sold out, so I have to find a hotel before I get on the plane today. So I just remembered that, because normally it's very easy. I just email them and I'm like, hey, I'm coming, let me know, you know, the details and my booking, and they're like, oh, we're actually sold out. So I'm like, no. So I'm gonna have to figure something out, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I already have flights and everything. The meeting's tomorrow at 3 p.m. I have to probably wake up early tomorrow to set up for that meeting, kind of ensure it goes smoothly. I have a few things pending in the office this morning before I head out, so it's a long day, but I'm not tired yet, and hopefully I'll drink some coffee to get me going, because I am definitely going to be feeling it by probably 3 p.m. I'm gonna be like the girls took some presents to school, and that was Aria just really wanted to buy some things for her class and take it to her class, so she wrote everybody's name on the bags, and she took them to school today, and she handpicked every single item. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw the picture. There were all the bags and all her classmates slash friends, all their names on the bag, and they each got a different toy, and it was just cute. I thought it was, she loves to do stuff like that, even if it's like take cookies to school and share them with all her classmates. She loves that. Tomorrow is actually a spelling test. She just got her progress report yesterday, and she got straight A pluses with 2 A's. No, straight A pluses with 1 A, and that's it. So that's really exciting. She said, I have a surprise for you, Mom, and then she pulled out the progress report, and I'm like, and it was an A in social studies. Everything else, math, spelling, reading, everything else is A plus. She got just an A in social studies. So also posted that on social media on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. I'll leave my name down below if you guys want to follow me. I know every time I make a video I don't really advertise the Instagram, but I'll leave it down below so you guys can while I'm not making videos. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to work and start this very busy, long day. Hey guys, so I am exhausted. Last night, the flight, and I know I didn't vlog much during the flight because honestly, I was so frustrated. We basically, I had 2 flights, I had a connection, and when we went to, I had a connection in Charlotte. So I went from Fort Lauderdale to Charlotte and from Charlotte to Nashville. And my boss actually, right before I left to the airport, he said, cancel your flight, you need a direct flight. Your time is more important than the price of the ticket, which which I was very surprised because I've never experienced anything like that. In my prior company, we were definitely very focused on budget. But I said, no, I already booked it. You know, I'm just maybe moving forward, I'll make sure that I get a direct flight. But for this flight, I'm just going to stay on this flight. It was a terrible experience. It was also spring break in Fort Lauderdale, which I had no idea. And our flight was delayed, our first flight. So from Fort Lauderdale to Charlotte. And it was delayed because the flight attendants weren't on the plane. And they walked in, they were just strolling in when they actually arrived, and I was very upset because most of us were connecting and we were really upset that they didn't see the need to run because we were late for our flight. So that was definitely very frustrating. I really thought I was gonna make it. I landed at 7:55 p.m. and my flight was at 7:57. I had some sort of hope that because both flights were American Airlines, they would tell them we were delayed from our end, please just wait, you know, a few minutes, because we all ran. We left the plane and ran as fast as we could, and we didn't make it, none of us. So we all had to thankfully rescheduled. On the plane, they were saying if you have a connecting flight, please raise your hand. Basically 50 to 60% of the flight had a connecting flight, and we all missed that because of the flight attendants. So it was very frustrating, but I was able to get another flight, which during the flight, or my first flight, they were saying they're gonna book us at a hotel and we're gonna stay here, but obviously I had to be here for a meeting, so I was very nervous that I was gonna be here on time. So I got my next flight at 10:40, made it to Nashville about 11:30 p.m. and then got to the hotel about 12:15 p.m. So I was exhausted. I went to bed. This morning I woke up and lost my earring in the sink, so I had maintenance up here, as you saw, getting that fixed, and it was very frustrating because I didn't find my earrings. So now I'm without earrings, and I hate that. So I'm gonna try to go to the gift shop and see if they have earrings, because I cannot stand. I can be without a necklace, without a watch, without anything. I cannot be without earrings. It's kind of, for my makeup, I can have nothing on, but I need mascara. It's one item. Earrings and mascara. I can live life with that. So, I have about 30 minutes to go to a lunch meeting, and then after that we're gonna have the big workshop. That's the reason I came. And I'm a little nervous because I have a little bit of a demonstration to do with rocks and sand, and I'm not sure if the group is gonna think I'm crazy. And it was actually very difficult to get the sand across security. They actually opened up my suitcase, took out the sand, they tested the sand with different liquids. But basically, if you guys have read the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, amazing book. I really like that book, actually. Stephen Covey, I think his last name is. He did he was the one that wrote the book. He's the author, and he also had this demonstration, and I don't know if this is gonna look a little funky, but he's done a few seminars where he demonstrates things with, it's a little bit different, it's jars and pebbles, I think, and rocks, or just the bigger rocks. But really his focus is you need to focus on the bigger items first, meaning your family or the bigger projects, and then answer the small emails. That yes, everything's important, but you really need to focus on the bigger items first. So it's going to be essentially something very similar to that, but very geared to what I'm here for the workshop, which is employee satisfaction surveys and results and action planning and all that. So I'm a little bit nervous of how they're gonna react if I take out a bucket of sand and or a jar of sand and the rocks. They might look at me like, are you crazy? Why do you have sand in our conference room? So hopefully it goes well and it's a good visual and gets everybody a little bit motivated before the workshop. Fingers crossed. Here's my hotel, there's my laptop. Here's where I slept last night, my bed, and I'll show you a little bit later. Right now it's a little bit of a mess because I was practicing the sand demonstration and there's a little bit of sand. Actually, housekeeping just knocked and they said, would you like your room cleaned? And I'm like, she's probably gonna think I'm crazy because there's no beach around here and I have sand in my room. So I mean, it's a little bit, it's not a lot. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but I'm so tired. And thankfully the workshop is in the afternoon, because if it was in the morning I wouldn't have been able to make it. I had a call in the morning and my boss texted me, I'll debrief you later. Don't feel like you need to make the call. Thank God, because I was exhausted. And there's an hour time difference, so it was 8:20 for me and it was 9:20 for them. The call started at 9, so the time difference always kills me. Okay, that's a lot of work talking. I also got this ring for my phone, so let me know how you guys think of the lighting. You can also, there's a few different here. This is a second mode. Then we also have a little bit of brighter and then nothing. This is what it would look like if I was just filming without the ring. First mode, second, third, none. So I think this is pretty good. Maybe even the third one, but I am so tired, guys. I literally just want to sleep. Thankfully, my flight is not tonight because that would be too much for me. It's tomorrow night. So I think tonight I'm gonna try to meet with another colleague from the JW Marriott, which we're building here. It's not done. It's going to be completed in June, but she just got hired as the new talent acquisition manager and she just got on board. So I might have either dinner or drinks or something with her because she had a lot of questions about projects that I was doing. She came over to the corporate offices about 3 weeks ago and she was really interested in a lot of things that we were doing over there. So I might talk to her a little bit more about those projects and over drinks, you know, because it's gonna be later tonight. The workshop probably ends around 6 p.m. and they're gonna have like a team building activity afterwards. I'm not planning on attending, but the general manager might say just come, depending on what it is. It might be like drinks or something. So I just think it's better for the team to kind of mingle amongst themselves. And that's a lot of work talking, so I'm gonna just stop talking about work. But I'm exhausted. I had the girls on Monday. I took them to school. Jamie picked them up, and then I picked them up Tuesday. So I had them Tuesday, and then took them to school on Wednesday, and picked them up on Wednesday, and then took them to school on Thursday morning, and then Jamie picked them up, and Thursday was my flight over here. So it worked out perfect, and this is his. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna get set up for my lunch meeting now, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys later. So these are the jars of sand that I brought over, and I actually purchased them at Michael's, $6.99 each. Oh yeah, $6.99 each, and they are what I brought over, and security kind of stopped me because I was bringing over sand, so they had to test the sand and all that. But these are the bigger rocks, also purchased at Michael's, and the jar also purchased at Michael's, and then the mess of sand that I've made everywhere. So hopefully housekeeping doesn't kill me. But basically the whole idea is really his concept is based around the bigger rocks are the items that you need to focus on, such as your family and those bigger projects and maybe your budget, and then the smaller items such as emails or smaller little tactical things that you have to do on a daily basis should be then added afterwards. So basically I start off with a jar full of sand and ask one of the leaders to kind of try to make sure that all the bigger rocks fit into the jar, but they're not going to be able to. And so then I'm going to pull out these empty jars and have them re-strategize. So hopefully they're going to put all the sand out, then put the bigger rocks inside, and then pour the sand into the jar, and it's going to be able to all fit in. Again, the idea being focus on the bigger items first, and then the smaller items in order to ensure everything's going to fit.